Keys to Miami podcast. I'm here with Kevin Deuso
Yes.
from,
Originally Memphis, Tennessee, but South Florida, Miami Beach for about 12 years.
yeah. What made you originally come out to Miami?
I used to vacation here like once a month, come down here, just, run around, hit the beach, hit the clubs. The nightlife is really good.
Yeah.
So just, I fell in love with it.
Yeah. And full disclosure, you've done all my tattoo work.
I did.
Yeah. But you're obviously an artist, and you, as I got to know you, you've told me that you've owned several businesses.
Yeah.
So you've been kind of an entrepreneur, and you do artists. Can you talk more about just like your career as an entrepreneur and other businesses you've owned?
Sure. I was born an artist. I grew up an artist. That's always been something in me. Along, I guess, the path of life, you look around, you see most artists struggling.
Yeah.
So I went into other ventures. I didn't want to be a starving artist.
Yeah.
Basically. So I saw that path, and I said that doesn't really look like a good idea. So I did construction, motorcycle shop, different things like this.
Yeah. And obviously you own the tattoo shop here in South Beach, right? And you're an artist. And just my experience with you is that you really, and I think you even said to me, like you've started to get to a point where you can see it being done before you even start now.
Yeah, sure.
And can you talk more? Because I obviously I'm not an artist, so I don't even.
Yeah. No, that's a great question. Basically, when we sit down and do a consultation, you tell me an overview of what you're looking to have done. You know what and where. Obviously we did full sleeves on you, so you give me 7 or 8 things that you want to incorporate.
Yeah.
And I'll start picturing them, like where and how they should be placed on you, and how they'll transition nicely, and basically be a cohesive piece of art on you.
Yeah, and because that's what I think when my original idea for my tattoo doesn't look anything like what you ended up doing, even though it kept the theme.
Right.
You really,
I think it was maybe a combination of both of our visions.
Yeah, but you really went out of your way to create custom pieces. I think me and you talked about this one time, is that you kind of see it as like a competition almost when someone brings you a piece, like you actually want to make it better.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
So I obviously I keep up with the industry, and I see what's going out there and what people are doing. So yeah, I strive to, be in the ring with those guys.
Yeah.
Best of the best.
Yeah. Tell me, because we've talked about this too, is like just a bad experience where someone's just like, I want this tattoo right here, and I don't care what you think, just put it there.
Bad experience. A couple things when the client has zero artistic ability, and they want to direct the piece of art, or when they bring in their friend or cousin that also has zero artistic abilities or background, and they put in all of their comments and ideas. Basically at the end, and I probably said this to you, I say at the end, I give you my opinion, my ideas, how I think it would flow on you best, and then I tell you at the end, you own this, do what you want, and I usually say either I'm directing this or you.
Yeah.
And both ways are fine. If you want to tell me exactly what you want,
yeah.
We'll do that.
Well, you saved me from getting the dream catcher tattooed on me, You were like, don't get the dream catcher, dude. There. So I only put that on girls. I was like, oh. And then I started Googling it. I was like, I think, it really is a girl's tattoo.
For the most part. It's unisex, but I don't think I've ever done one on, man.
Yeah. No, I'm not offended at all. Don't worry.
And I told you, like, if you really want to do that.
Yeah. No, I think that's good, because I think the experience I've had is you've usually guided me in the right direction to where it came out better by letting you have your creative vision on it, and you just understanding what looks good where, why. And by the time it's usually done, I'm like, oh, wow, that really flowed. Because I've sent you pieces, and you're like, I wouldn't put that, I wouldn't do that. And it really works out well. But I noticed that you seem to be also a little bit more concentrated on just like your actual art, right?
Right.
where I think one of the things that we talked about is like there's people that do tattoos and there's artists that do
Sure.
tattoos,
Yeah.
and you seem to fall in that, and you also seem really more into like the art. Like you seem to have taken a little bit more
Yeah.
step back from the shop and spent a little bit more time on like your art and stuff. Can you?
Right, right. Well, I mean, there's a tattooer and then there's a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
So it's a big distinction between the two. What I do, actually the application of doing the tattoo itself is not that difficult for me.
Yeah.
After years of tattooing, you know, I'm very comfortable with putting the ink into the skin. So that makes the more difficult part of the process for me and the more time consuming is actually the design.
Yeah.
How everything's gonna flow and work on your body.
Yeah, because you were telling me sometimes you'd spend hours just looking for images.
Yeah.
And then deciding, all right, I'll just draw my own image,
Right,
or
right.
piecing together
Yeah.
2 or 3 images. Like my Native American girl, you put like 2 or 3 different images together to make
Right.
one.
Yeah, I morph a lot of things together. Also, your Indian chief, you won't find this picture like on Google or anything like that. I create these.
Yeah, I remember like mid tattoo, you were like, you know what, this guy's old. I'm just gonna leave him young,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we were like just gunning it. We're like, sure, you know.
Yeah, he was very old. He looked about 120 on the
Yeah,
photo.
yeah,
We made him probably handsome 35-year-old dude.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, sometimes I have somebody model for me if I need like arms a certain way or hands
Yeah.
a certain way.
Yeah.
So I do this kind of stuff.
And what do you think about like running the business of tattoos? Like obviously you have employees, you have art. Yeah,
It's awful.
you like the actual tattoos more
Yeah,
than
yeah.
running the physical business of it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Can't stand it.
Yeah, just like customers, employees, all of it combined, just the headache
Mostly, a lot of artists can be lazy.
Yeah.
Not really good with being on time or organized. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's something, right side, left side brain thing.
Yeah,
But a lot of artists are very messy and like disheveled.
yeah,
Not really concerned about being on time. Things like
yeah. Do you think that not starting out or being an artist but going into the normal business world helped you to where you're at, to where like obviously you're just a little bit more disciplined because you had that 9 to 5 gotta hustle thing versus I'm just an artist?
Yeah, I mean, my first job was in construction where we'd be at work at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
And you got this big burly boss screaming at you if you're late. So and you got the whole crew sitting there waiting for you. You're not going to be late.
yeah,
And here, working with artists, it's very normal to see them strolling in 30, 45 minutes late, things like this.
yeah,
And you've worked with me, when you come here, I'm set up for you. I'm prepared. The artwork is done.
yeah,
So yeah, that aspect I'm very disciplined on.
yeah. And you've had multiple businesses. Would you say that you're at a place where you really just want to focus on doing your art, or you really want to grow and have multiple shops, or like what's your
Sure.
end game? Is this?
Definitely not multiple shops. I don't want to be a franchise. I don't like franchise tattoo shops. I think it's kind of a joke.
Yeah,
It's we're not making burgers here. We're making fine art on your body. So I've had people ask me this many times. You want to open more shops? No, I don't.
yeah,
I don't want to deal with, managing a lot of artists.
yeah,
And as an artist, when I come in, like I said, you worked with me. So we come in and we do our thing. Put our headphones on.
Yeah.
Get in a zone. I don't want to be up talking to people and giving orders, bossing people around.
yeah.
This kind of stuff.
We talked about this. I want to touch on this because we talked when we were doing it. Sometimes the way the person reacts when you're giving them tattoo can determine how you do the tattoo. Because if they're they're stressed or they're,
Sure.
you can feel like they're uncomfortable. It makes you uncomfortable to where you can't give. Can you give advice to people like when they're in the chair? Because I mean, for me, we've done so much now that I'm used to it. And I just,
you first.
and I did. Our first tattoo, I was like full sleeve.
Yeah.
Everyone starts with a little tattoo.
But you did it right. Like, you did it the right way.
Yeah. So what would your advice to be people that go to get a tattoo so they can have a good experience just based on what you've seen?
Yeah, very good question. Um, Basically, once you've picked your artist, once you guys know what you're doing, and you obviously pick that artist for a reason. You looked at their work, you looked at other people's work, you did a consultation with them, you like their vibe, you like where everything's going. The day of the tattoo, when you come in, be in a good place in your head. You know,
Yeah.
Don't manifest doubt or start thinking, I hope this tattoo doesn't suck.
Yeah.
You're gonna make it suck. I believe in manifesting things. You know.
Yeah.
And I do feel people's energy. If you're nervous or if you're hesitant or
Yeah.
I feel this. You
Yeah.
know? And I need to be in a good place to just get in that zone and go in.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, occasionally I've actually had a couple of experiences where I've told the people we're not tattooing today. I could feel it so hard
Yeah.
from them, you know, where I'm like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm just, I just hope that this tattoo doesn't suck, and that I like it, and that it comes out well." And I'm like, I'm really feeling this. You're putting doubt in me.
Yeah.
In my head, we're not gonna tattoo today.
Yeah, because it's different than like when you're in a studio and you're painting on a blank canvas. It's a human being.
Oh, it's so much.
You can feel their pain. You can feel their
Yeah.
tension. If they're stressed out, you can feel it. So it's even harder to probably get there
it's much
sometimes.
more difficult.
Yeah.
Much more difficult. You have it's physically demanding on your body, your mind. You're sitting there 100% focused the entire time. Yeah, it's tough. And if the person's stressing out, moving around, staring you down, or looking at you with pity, or wanting pity,
or unbelievable pain.
Yeah,
I mean, there is some spots where it hurts, like right here inside. There's some spots where you're like, oh, you just try not to, just to let it go.
I'm tattooed. I feel your pain. I tell you. I'm sure I've told you before. I'll be over in a few minutes. I know this sucks.
Yeah. And you want to? I mean, so far it's a good episode. You want to shout out your Instagram where people can find you, find the shop.
Yeah, we're easy to find. Just Inked Life Miami on everything. Also mine, Kevin Deuso, artist.
Yeah.
Very easy to find.
And address, location of the shop?
Yeah, sure. We're at 1247 Washington Ave, right in the heart of South Beach.
Yeah.
Again, super easy to find us.
Yeah. And you, just a curiosity, you see a lot of, because to me, the reason I wanted to do the podcast is I think Miami is a very diverse area. And you actually were the one who was like, man, you should really start your podcast again. You were really pushing me. So you see a lot of people come in here. Do you feel the same way? Like it's just a very diverse.
Super diverse.
You see all kinds of different people.
It's actually my favorite thing about South Florida, Miami Beach. Even our staff here is. I'm the only American.
Yeah.
We have Serbian, Puerto Rican, Cuban. I mean, all over.
Yeah.
Russian artists. I love the diversity here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share? Maybe just about art and just anything else?
No, I would just say that, our shop, everybody, so I do run the shop.
Yeah.
I am here overseeing everything. So everybody that I work with is a real artist, a true artist.
Yeah.
I have to see that in them before I will even, be associated with them.
Yeah.
So even if they're doing a simple script tattoo or name tattoo on you, they have a strong art background.
Yeah.
And, they're all very talented.
Yeah. Sorry, one more question. What do you think is the most common kind of random tattoo that people come to Miami and they want, like a palm tree or just like those ones where you can tell they're a tourist and they're like, oh, I was in Miami. I want my nipples pierced. I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, it's been a long time since I've, taken. I don't usually take
smaller.
Yeah. So I'm a little disconnected with that, I would say, but. I mean, I see a lot of people coming in and just out of the corner of my eye, I see them having a good time, getting small tattoos, couples, friends, groups of people.
So you do get like a lot of tourists that just walk in and want random tattoos because to celebrate they were here.
Yeah. I think it's great. They're having a great time. It's good. It's a good energy. I mean, nobody really comes in here if they're having a bad day. They're all usually in a good mood and excited. So it's a lot of good energy, positive energy. people having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think it's a good episode. Anything else you want to add? No? All right. We're good. Thanks.
Cool.
Thanks, bro.